कुछ पता ही नहीं चल रहा कि कौन कौन है, सत्ता में है कि तो.
But at the moment with us, we have a gentleman who's very clear on where he stands. And that of course is our old friend Advocate Godfrey Pimenta, the man who is the voice of the voiceless. Those who don't have a voice can always go to Godfrey Pimenta and he will fight for you the best that he can. And as they say, you cannot do better than your best. Godfrey Pimenta sahab, namaskar.
Namaskar sir, namaskar Pradeep.
नमस्कार.
So now you are taking up the cause of the leopards, sir.
Yes sir, now yesterday sir there was a...
I have heard of people keeping pet dogs and things like that. I didn't know that you are now going to be keeping leopards. Please go ahead. Just kidding. Go ahead, sir.
The thing is, as you are aware that Uttan Gorai belt is abounding in the nature. There are a lot of mangroves in that area. The extent of mangrove area is about 50 square kilometer as compared to 87 square kilometer area of Sanjay Gandhi National Park. Okay. Now, it has been reported in past that there are about 4 leopards which have been roaming in the area. Because of the loss of livestock like the chickens and goats and even the dogs, sometime maybe in March 2023, one of the villager had set up some kind of a trap, and ultimately the issue was blown up on social media, and that poor guy was arrested under the various provisions of the Forest and Environment Protection Act and IPC, etc. Now that apart, now the said leopard, I think so, was taken and treated at Sanjay Gandhi National Park. Now there is another leopard which has been roaming in the area freely, and people are fearing that after 6 p.m. they cannot venture. Now this is the area where the number of residential houses of Uttan, the area is known as Palkhadi, sir. Now this area is at the base of a mountain which is thick in number of trees, and adjoining that there is a lot of mangroves. Now what is happening, sir, we have taken up this issue time and again about the capture of this animal, because people are fearing now they cannot come out of their house after the sunset. We had written to the concerned forest officials of Sanjay Gandhi National Park, the Minister of Forest, the Deputy Conservator of Forest, etc., the Principal Conservator of Forest, Nagpur, etc., about trapping of this animal so that they are properly rehabilitated. Now there are some views in the media I was looking at that relocation of the animal is not the answer. Now if these animals which are growing in numbers there, now people are saying there are 4 leopards, and probably in near future this number may multiply.
Yes.
Multiply. So the people now who are settled in the various, there are number of Adivasi padas in the area, there are a lot of tribal population there. People are having their farming and and other agricultural pursuit activities. Now they are fearing to venture out after the sunset, and the thing has so aggravated now. Just the day before yesterday, the horse was attacked belonging to one of the locals, and they did not notice the wound unless they saw that this morning, and immediately the photographs were sent to me and I highlighted the issue. So today one of the NGO visited the area, and they have noticed that number of pug marks have been found in the area which indicate the presence of a leopard. Now this is a serious issue that earlier there was a straying of animals from Sanjay Gandhi National Park into RA and adjoining Tungareshwar sanctuary, in Thane area. Now, but these animals have ventured and traveled as far as what you call Gorai region, which is like unknown to the locals. Now, the locals have started raising because maybe last year I think so. One of the local lady was just venturing out the house, and suddenly from nowhere the leopard pounced on her. Luckily, she escaped unhurt. So this kind of attacks are happening, and the locals are therefore now fearing that today it is animals, tomorrow it may be the human beings.
Advocate Godfrey Pimenta, you says this, especially this area, Gorai, Mad and all these places never witnessed this kind of an activity from these wild animals from the forest. Now, what do you think, what led and what should be the solution? The government, you're informed?
So this attacks, I think so, maybe even if the animal existed, they lived peaceful coexistence along with the humans. But over a period of time, on the SL side, there are a number of excavation and other activities which are happening in the area. As a result, I think so, that is causing the disturbance to the natural habitat of the wild animals. And therefore, now they are, finding roaming elsewhere, and that is how they have shifted their maybe base from one area to the other area. And that's the reason you see that the attacks now. Maybe there are garbage issues in the area now. Whenever there is a garbage, normally the local dogs and all that venture, and it is said that number of local dogs also have gone missing from the area. Now, this
Advocate Godfrey Pimenta, we want to know, you talked about SL World and some work going on in the midst of the semi-forest and forest-like areas. Now, what is this? Right in the middle of the forest, you're saying that some activities are going on in which the animals are, like leopards and all are being affected, their habitat are being affected. Now, is this a government project that is coming where the SL World work is going on, or what kind of work is going on there, Godfrey Pimenta?
Yeah, SL World is spread over about area of 800 odd acres.
800 acres?
800 acres, out of which the actual area which is utilized for the Water Kingdom Park and Pagoda etc. maybe less than 50 acres. The rest of the other area is total mangroves areas. Now we have been highlighting the issue of the cutting of hill. You cannot disturb the natural features of the hill. It is a prohibited activity, since this entire area is, first of all, it is a national mangrove site. There are 27 national mangrove sites all over India. 3 are in Maharashtra. One is Gorai region, the other is Vikhroli, and third is in the interiors of the Maharashtra on the coastal side. So there are only 3 such sites in Maharashtra. One of them is Gorai. Now, this is the information I've got as early as 2007, that the entire belt is declared as a national, mangrove site. Now, if this area has been declared as there is a lot of tidal action in this area.
Yes.
So, as per CRZ also, there is number of prohibition in carrying out various development activities. Now, today what is happening, sir? They have proposed a mangrove park in the area. Now this mangrove park is spread over a area of about 50 square part of the 50 square kilometer mangroves. That is in the Gorai region. There is similar mangrove park coming in Daisar region. That apart, now the BMC is trying to have a road which they have proposed from Daisar right up to Bhinder, and this road also is supposed to pass through the thickly mangrove area. Then there is a ropeway which is likely to come up. So there are a lot of development activities which are going to ultimately affect the natural habitat of wild animal. Now under section 29 of the Wildlife Protection Act, it is a criminal offence to disturb the natural habitat of the wildlife. Despite repeatedly taking up this issue with the concerned authorities, there is no action being taken, and as a result, this man-animal conflict has increased over a period of time. And in coming days, also, I believe that there is a likelihood that the animal may attack a human being. Now, there was a case reported some months back that in Arimin colony, a 16-month-old girl child was killed by a leopard. This is a serious issue.
But Godfrey Saab, that is bound to happen, because once the natural habitat of, say, a wild animal like a leopard or any other predator is removed or narrowed down or eaten away by the kind of parks that you just mentioned and other things, rightfully that damn thing should never have been allowed in the first place. This is bound to happen. Now the point is, the villagers, I think, will have to fend for themselves. They'll have to put, strong lights and other things and so on in the area.
That is what is happening. Today I was absolutely shocked when I got a feedback that after filing a complaint, the forest official deputed some members of the NGO there to survey the area. They found the pug marks there, that yes, it indicates the presence of a leopard.
Yes.
They suggested that you put CCTV cameras, etc., etc. CCTV cameras is not a solution. You need to find some viable permanent solution so that these animals do not lurk out and enter human, areas, human settlements, so that they are, if at all their presence is, they are well protected within particular boundaries. Now the Sanjay Gandhi National Park adjoining Arimil colony, also they are trying to create a boundary wall. So there is similar kind of thing. If the animals, if they are there, they can be confined to a particular locality. So their natural habitat is not disturbed in any manner, and the humans also peacefully live in the peaceful coexistence along with the closely guarded area.
Godfrey Saab, you are also having reports the government saying that you will they are making sweet water from Gorai. Now, what is this? Is the desalination plant on? Is the desalination plant coming into operation very quickly? Because there was some kind of sweet water coming from Gorai. This kind of reports. Can you throw some light on that?
Sir, they have proposed the desalination plant at Manori. As it is, the various infrastructure projects, for matter the coastal road itself has drastically affected the Koli community, the fishermen residing in the coastal areas, various Koliwadas. Now, if this desalination plant comes up, their problems are going to be compound further. Now, sir, if you recollect some 1 or 2 years back, the olive ridley turtle were found, entering the Warsaw beach for laying of eggs and hatching of their young ones. Now, if this kind of activities happen, that is going to disturb the natural habitat of this olive ridley turtle and the other, the fishes which are breeding out. Now, the mangrove itself are the breeding ground for various types of species. Now, if this kind of development activities are going to happen and take place, the entire area will be transformed into an urban jungle, and that is going to really have an adverse impact on the environment.
So, what about the projects of the Roro jetty? The Uttan dumping ground that you are complaining, the ropeway project, the metro project. Now, how are those things function? Because you all had raised the whole village, the whole Gorai, Uttan and all the areas, and you led an agitation saying don't commercialize this area, it is a peaceful, nice village, and all these kinds of activities are going to. Now, so what is the condition of the Uttan dumping ground, the Roro jetty, the ropeway, the metro project? Godfrey ji.
Sir, apart from this project, now on the backside of this entire region, they are trying to set up a metro car shed for the Andheri Daisar metro. Now the villagers, I have been guiding the local villagers of Morwa, Murda and Rai villages who have been opposing the setup of this. There is enough land, government land near Radha Swami's satsang, but the government for some XYZ reason has put up this now. Originally they wanted to put on the agricultural land, which we resisted. Number of meetings were held with the local MLA. Today they met the Piyush Goyal, the one of the central minister in this regard. Now they have shifted this car shed to a what you call salt pan lands. Salt pan lands, if you try to destroy salt pan land, there is going to be a flooding in the area. You are planning to have a what you call Daisar Bhinder, that road which is passing through the mangrove and the salt pan lands. The entire ecological balance of this area will be going topsy-turvy, sir, because of the ill-planned and ill-advised policies. Now, since there is a resistance, they are trying to find some this thing. They may enter even the mangrove areas. You never know. They are capable because there are a number of like bullet train project. They have passed through the thickly mangrove areas in Thane side. So all this infrastructure development, the infrastructure development should happen, but the kind of policies which are being forced into, you are trying to go against your own policy and slogan that move the people and not the vehicle. But here we are planning all different kinds of projects which will add more vehicle population to existing burgeoning population in the city.
So in effect what we are really looking at, Dr. Azab, is that actually we should not say just the environment. Actually the safety and security of Mumbai's coastal region is under attack from all sides.
Absolutely, sir. You are back there.
The forest area of Mumbai is under attack from within, from multiple agencies, and very sadly the government seems to be on the side of the attackers, which is, I think, the worst position to be in. Maybe in another 10 years or 15 years, Mumbai as we know it might actually cease to exist. Godfrey sir.
Sir, you are absolutely right on this issue. I have filed now not less than, I think, so about 30 RTIs just this week itself. 30 RTIs on different subjects. One of the subject is, sir, contour mapping of Mumbai. The last contour mapping of Mumbai was done somewhere in 1900. It is more than 100 years that Mumbai Municipal Corporation has not done the contour mapping. Why contour mapping, sir? Because all your stormwater drains and other projects are done on the basis of contour mapping, which shows as to how the grading of the water, how it can be dispersed fast. There is no flooding in the area. Now all this
and at what height above sea level each area is. Yes.
Yeah. So the thing is, sir, there are number of areas in Mumbai which are 1 meter below the mean sea level.
That's right.
For instance, for Kurla, if you take Kurla, it is 1 meter below the sea, mean sea level.
Which is why it floods all the time.
That is how it is, getting flooded. Now, if you are developing this Manori Gorai region, where you are trying to put up the metro car shed and other projects, lot of dumping will happen to reclaim the areas, low-lying areas. As a result, there is going to be bound to be severe experience in the entire, right from Daisar to Kandivli area, because Kandivli area for the first time, sir, in this monsoon experience heavy flooding.
Yes.
This is the first time of its kind. Now, if development of this kind happens, people are not aware as to the adverse impact. We are just talking of mega projects, big fanfare and all that, but ultimately these projects are leading to some kind of localized situations which people are not aware.
And Godfrey sir, one more thing which we have forgotten. which is the most dangerous. सबसे खतरनाक चीज क्या है जो गॉडफ्री साहब बता रहे हैं ना प्रदीप जी, समंदर का पानी अंदर आएगा सर, ये मैंग्रोव वगैरह और जब समंदर का पानी बाहर जाएगा ना, जब हाई टाइड होगी, हर वक्त नहीं रहेगा, तो वो पीछे नमक छोड़ के जाएगा. Salt will be left behind. And you know what will happen? All the underground water sources, the aquifers which are there in and around Mumbai will be contaminated with salt. Soon, Mumbai will become a desert 50, 60 years later. I am not, and here by the way, I am not, trying to create a panic. Godfrey Saab, Pradeep ji, you must have heard of the Aral Sea, A-R-A-L, the Aral Sea, in between Tajikistan and Russia. It was one of the biggest, largest freshwater lakes in the world. Alexander the Great, he mentions how difficult it was for him and his army to cross the Aral Sea, which was around 60,000 odd square meters or something like that. Today, there is no Aral Sea left. Nothing. Do you know why? Because the Russians, then the Soviet Empire, they diverted the entire water, destroyed all the forest area around the Aral Sea, diverted the entire water, all the channels which were feeding the Aral Sea, which by the way was one of the biggest lakes. Today, there are skeletons of ships lying on a desert which used to be the sea. I fear the same fate might befall Mumbai. It'll happen.
So
we are working towards it.
What's happening in Chennai में जो हो रहा है हम देख ही रहे हैं.
जी.
You know how things are bad when after such a long days, you know, it's not.
The water is not going up.
Restored normalcy is not restored.
Pradeep ji, it is still flooded. जी Godfrey साहब बताएं.
नहीं sir, Chennai. Thanks for reminding me of the Chennai issue. Some years back also there was a flooding in Chennai. So I did a study of Chennai. There are two rivers in Chennai. I forget their names at the moment. But I did a study and I noticed that whatever areas were vacant, all SEZ and other kind of development happened, number of IT parks, etc. built. And I compared that, the 10 years pictures on the satellite, and it is seen because of the low-lying areas being developed, the entire city got flooded. And I studied the reports also given by the experts on the Chennai. And when the development plan of Mumbai, sir, was being finalized, I noticed that there were no buffer zone along the four rivers of Mumbai, that is Oshivara, Daisar, Poisar and Miti river. There was no buffer zone. As a result of taking this issue consistently with the Mumbai Municipal Corporation, they were forced to revise the development plan and show the buffer zone. But this, sir, buffer zone are only on the paper. If you see actually today,
there is no buffer zone.
For instance, the Miti river, if you take the course which originates from what you call Bihar Lake, right up to it meets at the Arabian Sea, the development is absolutely touching the banks of the river.
Sir, it is on the river bed.
Yes.
We are there. We can see it. Oh, by the way, Chennai has three rivers, sir. The Kom River, the Adyar River, and the Kosas Taliyar River. These are the three rivers of Chennai. Ji.
So
just check it out.
Madhav Chithle committee report.
Yes.
Which has given 22 recommendations to the authorities to implement. Sorry to say that not even, I think so, 5 to 6 recommendation of that gentleman.
Not even two. Not even two have been recommended.
So we appoint only experts to do the post-mortem and then we forget.
Yes.
Same thing happens. If there is a flooding, you have a Miti River Development Authority. In last, sir, we have filed our RTI reply. In last 20 years, the chairman of the Miti River Development Authority is the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister, sir, chaired only 2 meetings of that authority.
Correct, 2.
He has spent thousands of crores on cleaning Miti River and it remains the same status.
As filthy as it was.
As filthy as it was. We have seen. And by the way, we have seen how it gets cleaned. There is a dredger It just takes stuff from here and puts it over there. And it all comes back into the river. We have seen it, we have shot it. I think what we are doing is we are planning for disaster. And Godfrey Saab, unless and until, this has been my contention right from day one, unless and until the people of Mumbai के जो लोग हैं, जब तक आम मुंबईकर बाहर सड़क पर नहीं आएगा और ये नहीं बोलेगा कि मेरी मिठी नदी को वापस मिठी नदी बनाइए, ये जो जहर का नाला आपने बना दिया इसको खत्म कीजिए, तब तक कुछ नहीं होने वाला सर. Unless and until it can be made into a major election issue, these guys will do nothing. That's what's going to happen.
Nothing is going to happen because मीठी एक चोर कथा करके एक पिक्चर आई थी, आई थिंक सो, आई डोंट नो, बट आई नेम दैट मीठी एक चोर कथा. इट हैज बिकम अ मिल्किंग काउ फॉर द पॉलिटिशियंस हु आर इन पावर.
Absolutely.
To skim the money out of this every year.
And every year.
Down the drain.
Every year. This is one investment which gives you lots and lots of interest every year.
Yes.
Right, Godfrey Saab, thank you very much. It's been a great pleasure talking to you. Godfrey Saab, you never cease to amaze us with your energy and with your zeal and your passion and your honesty. Keep up the great work. Mumbai and all of us, we need people like you. Godfrey Pivenda Saab, thank you very much for coming on the show. Namaskar.
Thank you very much. Great job.
Thank you.
So Pradeep ji, today Chennai, tomorrow Mumbai.
They
क्या होने वाला है? उत्तन गोराई, अब उत्तन गोराई में लेपर्ड तो बाहर आएंगे ना सर. आपने वहाँ पे इतना बड़ा एसल वर्ल्ड बना दिया, अब ना जाने और क्या क्या बना रहे हैं.
800 एकड़, I mean, what are the 800 एकड़ के ऊपर,
800 एकड़ के ऊपर और
50 एकड़ डेवलप किया, बाकी सब मैंग्रोव्स है.
अब वो they are just waiting, I think they are just waiting they are just waiting to develop the rest, because that is a huge investment, and they know that's a treasure trove.
And city management is just waiting. अभी कौन सा virgin villages बाकी है, जरा उसमें भी हम लोग
उसमें घुसिए. पहले तेंदुए भेज दीजिए, लेपर्ड भेज दीजिए, लोग अपने आप भाग जाएंगे. होता है साहब, ये सब होता है. मैं जैसे बोलता हूँ ना, जो बॉलीवुड पिक्चर में दिखाया जाता है वो असल में कोई मनगढ़ंत कहानी नहीं है. असल में होता है यहाँ पे मुंबई शहर में, असल में होता है ये सब भाई.
अब ये लेपर्ड जाएंगे किधर? अब एसएल
देखो
डेवलप कर रहे हैं, ये गोराई भी डेवलप कर रहे हो, मनोरी भी डेवलप कर रहे हो, उत्तन पूरे.
Either you'll have to shoot all the leopards to extinction, or they will come into human habitation.
No, very good. If they drop in Sanjay Gandhi, they will enter the homes in Sanjay Gandhi outside.
They already have. संजय गांधी नेशनल पार्क के आसपास जो जितने कोऑपरेटिव हाउसिंग सोसाइटीज हैं उनके अंदर आते हैं रात को ऐसी क्या बात. राइट, दैट्स जस्ट अबाउट इट एज फार एज टुनाइट शो इज कंसर्न. आज के शो में सिर्फ इतना ही है. और आप जरा सब्सक्राइब करें शो को, अगर आपने नहीं किया है तो सब्सक्राइब करें, रिस्पॉन्स भेजें, कमेंट लिखें, और कमेंट में आपकी मतलब आपके मन में जो भी आए लिखें. लेट्स सी, आई थिंक वी हैव सम कमेंट्स टुडे आल्सो. लेट्स टेक अ लुक. अपने कमेंट्स जरा भेजते रहें. जो भी भाषा आपको इस्तेमाल करनी हो आप करें. इट विल बी नाइस. दिखाएं.
We believe in your freedom of speech.
Absolutely.
Prime Minister himself said freedom of speech, discussion, debate, जरूरी है, art and literature.
Except for Mahua Moitra. That's it. चलिए दिखाएं. Let's see. Rahul Gandhi to keep fighting. This was Nasir Hussain Saab. I think that was day बोलते. Now दुनिया जोड़ो यात्रा. Dhyan Pereira Saab 7543. That's being sarcastic, I think. Ajit Dada Group consolidates. This was Mr. Mukesh Gandhi. No one dares that. Are you joking me? क्या मतलब हुआ जी इसका? BHKEV8IN मतलब समझ में नहीं आया. And now I can't see a thing. All right. BJP ready to take the next step? That of course was Mr. Ali Darwala. Let's take a look. हिंदू सबसे ज़्यादा समावेशी और सब धर्म संभवी है. आशाद 45 साहब लिखते हैं जी. That is the usual impression that Hindus would like the world to believe in. दुरुस्त बात है. अपने धर्म के बारे में हर एक कोई बड़ी तारीफ करता है. Did Rahul and his silly sister resign, taking responsibility of shameful defeat? Why not? User XB9IITRV3P. उसके बाद मिस्टर एंटनी साइमन हैं. फाइटर्स एंड आइडलिस्ट. अरे साहब वो तो दिखा दीजिए, पहले वाला दिखा तो दीजिए, पढ़ने तो दीजिए उसको. Can we see that again, please? दिखाइए. Fighters and idols don't quit. Quitters don't win. They will fight the cruel, bully, and coward called Modi.
Prime Minister.
That's what he says. Anthony Simon. चलिए साहब आगे चलिए. आप चलिए आगे. Rahul is a feisty, valiant fighter. He is resilient and courageous. He will come out triumphant. All saviors of humanity have suffered, from Jesus to Muhammad to Buddha. Revolutionaries suffer, but they don't care for their lives. Modi loves power and lies. He is a bully and a coward, abusing power. That's what Mr. Anthony Simon says. I don't agree with that, of course.
But you
Mr.
agree to
Modi-
his right to.
I agree with the right of this gentleman to write whatever he wants. This, of course, is Ramesh Medek, 7385. Nupur Sharma को support करना गलत था, तो जिहादी हमस को support कर ना किया है रे, whatever. That was nice. All right. I don't think Nupur Sharma did anything wrong, but then that's what people believe in. God bless them. That's it. Do remember, Nupur Sharma, she could have used better language, I understand. But she was provoked by that gentleman from Lakshadweep, if you remember, that Remani. That Dr. Remani provoked her, and the anchor from Times Now did not stop the two. But very sadly...
But things are changing the way, as you said, perceptions are changing. And
साहब देखिए, सबसे बड़ी बात ये होती है
the
कि
platforms are changing. And the logos, जो देखते हैं अपने audience views are changing.
प्रदीप जी, धार्मिक विवाद में पड़ना ही नहीं चाहिए. मैं ये मानकर के चलता हूँ. अगर आप किसी भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के, राजनीतिक पार्टी के अगर आप प्रवक्ता हैं, जैसे नुपुर शर्मा जी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की प्रवक्ता थी, तो उनको अपने धर्म पे ना किसी और के धर्म पे आपको कटाक्ष करने की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है. यू आर देयर फॉर डेवलपमेंट, यू आर देयर फॉर द गवर्नमेंट. सीधी सादी बात है. अब शिवलिंग के ऊपर अगर डिस्कशन हो रहा है तो आपको सीधा ये बोलना चाहिए कि भाई देखिए, आर्कियोलॉजिकल सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया सीज्ड ऑफ द मैटर, उसके अलावा सुप्रीम कोर्ट इज सीज्ड ऑफ द मैटर जो है वो डे टू डे बेसिस पे चल रही है, तो व्हाई आर वी डिस्कसिंग इट ओवर हियर इन दिस मैनर?
So particular time actually the restraint has to be from all sides.
Yes.
There was some social media, continuous campaign चल रहा है. बाबा एटॉमिक सेंटर भी शिवलिंग है, ये भी शिवलिंग है.
हाँ तो बोलना चाहिए था ना, है ना,
तो
हमारे लिए है.
The restraint has to be from all sides.
लेकिन प्रदीप जी, मैं तो ये मान करके चलता हूँ, हमारे लिए है. एवरी ग्रेन ऑफ सैंड इज अ शिवलिंग. दैट्स व्हाट वी बिलीव इन. शिव हर एक जगह पर है, हर चीज में है, कण कण में शिव है.
नहीं, ये
बोलते हैं
आइडियोलॉजिकली है, बट किसी ने अगर उस चीज को एक सेक्शन ऑफ द सोसाइटी हाईलाइट इसलिए कर रहा है कि मजाक बनाए, then there is a way of retaliation. You can't talk Bible to a rogue.
But the fact remains, Pradeep ji, as far as being a party spokesperson is concerned, Nupur Sharma ji was not a religious spokesperson. She was a spokesperson of a party, and the BJP does not stand only for Hindus. The BJP is a party for all Indians. भारतीय जनता पार्टी है ना, हिंदू जनता पार्टी तो नहीं है ना. तो लिहाजा
जो हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे थे, एक सोशल मीडिया कैंपेन जैसे एक सेक्शन ऑफ सोसाइटी चलाया था कि ये भी शिवलिंग, वो भी शिवलिंग, ये भी शिवलिंग, वो भी शिवलिंग, एक मजाक बन गया था. तो I mean it was natural for suppressed emotions to come out कि what are you trying to say? एक तो ये है कि I mean this is
देखिए साहब, ऐसा है कि कभी वो गाली देंगे, मुसलमान गाली देंगे हिंदुओं को, हिंदू गाली देंगे मुसलमान को, तो दोनों के दोनों फिर गालियां बढ़ेंगी. फिर उसके बाद क्या होगा? फिर वो नारा लगेगा गुस्ताखे रसूल की एक ही सजा, सर तन से जुदा, और कोई गधा जो है जाकर के किसी को मार भी देगा, और उसके बाद फिर हिंदुओं की तरफ से भी रिटेलिएशन होगा.
I thought the same thing as you said, रेमानी पर भी कोई पाबंदी आना चाहिए था.
Now the fact is Remani has been forgotten. Rightfully speaking, he should have been picked up, he should have been in jail for doing whatever he was doing. Unfortunately, only Nupur Sharma has had to go on hiding. Not that I have, great admiration for Nupur Sharma. Let's be very clear. But all I'm trying to say is, now these religious discussions are best avoided, because Pradeep ji, your religion is yours, mine is mine. Let's leave it at that. Or as far as social media is concerned, the social media platforms should be more careful about the kind of stuff that they allow on their media platforms. And there is one guy, by the way, who started this entire thing, that Mohammed Zubair fellow, I think, Zubair or something that he is called, who actually picked up this Nupur Sharma statement and had it spread all over the world. And then these Pakistani, everybody knows these Pakistani Twitter handles took over. And they spread it all over the place. I wish there could be a proper investigation on what really happened at that time. Very unfortunately, even this government seems to be able to leave things halfway.
They arrested him and put him behind bars. He was in
For a short
jail
while.
for a long time.
For a short while. And he's out now, doing exactly the same thing he was doing earlier. I mean, the gentleman who runs alt news.
I mean, सब कुछ लोग का वही काम है, वही करेंगे, अब दूसरा क्या काम करेंगे? And his job is to incite within all the रोज कुछ ना कुछ भेजना, ये भेजना, वो भेजना.
लेकिन देखिए प्रदीप जी, the governments also have to keep step. They have to be abreast of all developments in social media. जो पुराने कानून हैं, अब काम नहीं आएंगे.
No, I think they're banning. A lot of mobile operators have started banning. Even in fact, WhatsApp and other groups have started. Any complaints, they ban them. They put the services off. That has happened. A lot of people from Mumbai has approached us saying that our content has not only content blocked, our account has been blocked by WhatsApp.
It should be. It ought to be. Any content which leads to violence should be blocked immediately. Let's be very clear. You can have a discussion. You can have any kind of discussion that you want. But anything where there is an instigation or incitement to violence, that has to be blocked immediately and action needs to be taken. That's what governments are for. Anyway, that's what I believe in. That's what Pradeep ji believes in. And I'm reasonably certain that's what all honest citizens of this country believe in. Well, that's just about it as far as tonight's show is concerned. आज के शो में सिर्फ इतना ही. उससे तात्पर्य सिर्फ एक ही निकला है प्रदीप जी, बीजेपी जो है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी बहुत क्लियर है साहब कि उनको क्या करना. They're very clear the way they're going. They've got their goals set. Everything is set. The Congress and the rest of the India Alliance have to decide what to do now after getting a bloody nose in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. अब आप जितना मर्जी खुश हो लीजिए कि बीजेपी वाले जो हैं वो अभी तक अपना मुख्यमंत्री तय नहीं कर पा रहे, ये नहीं कर पा रहे, वो नहीं कर पा रहे, लेकिन बॉटम लाइन इज कांग्रेस हारी है इन तीनों स्टेट में. तेलंगाना में आप जीते हैं, जबरदस्त काम हुआ है, आपकी इज्जत भी बच गई है और ये भी दिख गया है सब लोगों को कि कांग्रेस मुक्त भारत नहीं होगा कभी भी. सीधी सादी बात है. आप जो कर रहे हैं वैसे ही करते रहिए, लेकिन कुछ और सोचना पड़ेगा प्रदीप जी. इंडिया अलायंस को कुछ और सोचना पड़ेगा. Exactly. ऑल दीज ओल्ड वेज ऑफ डूइंग थिंग्स, वो क्या, वो चाय और बिस्कुट वाली जो है डिप्लोमेसी अब नहीं चलेगी. कुछ और आपको करना पड़ेगा, मुझे ऐसा लगता है. वो क्या करना पड़ेगा ये आप लोग सोचें. बिकॉज both Pradeep ji and I are neither in the BJP nor in the Congress nor in any of the other parties associated with the India Alliance or the NDA.
Sturdy independence.
That's it. That's what we are. But I do admire Narendra Modi, so does Pradeep ji, and I think he's done a wonderful job so far for the country. And I hope that wonderful job continues. Nation Now में आज इतना ही. आप अपने कमेंट्स भेजते रहें. We'll try and read out as many as possible. फिलहाल आप सबको नमस्कार. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र, जय भवानी, जय शिवाजी. वंदे मातरम.
Vande Mataram.
हर हर महादेव.